comfort taker, them old round comfort makers. And the original furnaces are in it. And a DIY type sideline fella is working on it. And he called me with some problems, and I sold him a gas valve and helped him fiddle around with, you know, some ideas on the phone. And then, you know, when he kept having problems, and he called me back and was explaining to me what was happening. Come to find out, he put a new heat exchanger in the 1992 or 3 gas furnace. I wouldn't have done that, but he did, and that's fine. And so from his description of everything happening, I'd say he's still got a heat exchanger problem. So I don't know if it's not put in right or if there's something loose or what, but we're going to look at it with him. Try to give him a hand. I mean, I started to come over here in my personal vehicle because I don't really want my name associated, but nonetheless, I'm going to try to help the guy out, and we're gonna see what he's got. Yesterday was my anniversary. My wife gave me 2 or 3 little old gifts. You know, we try not to go overboard with that kind of stuff. You know, we got kids and everything. So, but anyway, she gave me this light right here. Nebo, Nebo. I want you to know this thing, it's rechargeable, and it is like daylight. It's adjustable. There's the bright. I mean, this thing, I took it outside last night and it was shining up into the trees and stuff. So, take it under the house and see what I see with it. Little bitty thing clips on your belt. That might be handy on them little quick deals, you know, where you're not really carrying much. But he wanted to, you know, get it ready to, I guess he was taking some of it back apart or something. I don't know what he was doing, but he's going to get it ready to fire up. I see a power venter hanging on the wall, so I wonder if that's working correct, or, you know, he 2 or 3 conversations. He took the induced draft motor off, made sure the blades were still good on it and it wasn't rusted out, and that, you know, it was putting good air out. Supposedly checked the power venter out there on the wall to make sure that it had to prove, you know, pressure, vacuum, or centrifugal or something before it brought the burner on, and it does, according to him. So we're gonna go look at it. I'm not sure how much footage I can get, you know, with him there helping me or me helping him, whatever. I'm gonna just try to help the guy out. I'm not gonna charge any money. Just every now and then these things come along and people contact you, and I usually don't get involved, but I just decided to help this fella out. 2 or 3 reasons why. We won't go into those, but nonetheless, let's go see what he's got here. I'll try to get some footage if I can. I got 80% here with a power venter. Okay, now stick your finger in that hole, the left hand, and the drill in your right hand, and take that last screw and just loosen it. Okay. Don't pull it out. And see if you can push up on the heat exchanger cell just with it loose. Yeah, or you see if you're able to move it up at all.
Can I use a screwdriver?
No, but you can put a finger in both holes, one in each hole. Will it move up at all? Okay, if not, then let's pull all but one of these out.
All right. Which one
You
you want
could
me
probably
to
leave the top one.
Okay.
Is there 3 up here?
Yes, sir. There's 3 here.
Let's pull these bottom 2 out. And then let's just loosen that top one about 1 turn, maybe a turn and a half, you know. All right, now see if you can get the cells to budge inside there at all. They don't want to, do they?
No, sir.
So we better take all these screws out and look at this thing, examine it inside.
All right. Take all the screws out of it.
Right, and let's just examine the inside of this thing. We may need to mount that heat exchanger to the plate first and then push the plate up in there, but we'll see. And the only thing interfering with that would probably be this box, and that wouldn't be no big deal. So let's just get a closer look. All right, so I'm convinced that our problem, and see how many holes we got in that heat exchanger for how many different types of
Plates it will take.
Yeah, alignment is definitely our issue here.
Well,
now sometimes we have to loosen that back wall. You see what I mean? Them couple screws, sometimes I don't know if you're gonna get that out without bending it up.
I've been getting it out.
Yeah, but that's rough on it. Take that back door off.
All right.
We can see exactly what was going on. This thing has so many holes in it, I guess for different applications or different, but you can see how this is bent.
Well, it came out of the box like that too.
Well, it may have come out bent, and I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking for solutions, not blame.
Right.
So we can see, I mean, that's evident on the camera, this warp, this bend right here.
Yes, sir.
So that pushes this back, and also our alignment was not good. So I would say what's going to need to happen here, and they may have to, I don't know if they're going to believe you or what, but they may have to give you another one. I see the bend, or we might be able to straighten it out and get this flat.
Okay.
But what's probably going to have to happen is we have to mount this to the plate first where we can see it out here, and where we can see that, you know, from the back side that all this is mounted flat.
Yes, sir.
And I mean, there's no doubt that right there is the problem. This warped plate right here is definitely the problem, and the way it didn't mount up tight. And I can feel this bent. In other words, this heat exchanger, this plate right here is trashed.
Yeah.
This is buckled out big time. I don't know if it'll show on the camera.
Yeah, I can see what you're talking about. Where it bowed,
but this is all bowed in. This is bowed out, and I just don't think this is ever going to work. Well, let's try to get it out and look at it that we've run into. But so, you know, my suggestion is we take this out. I mean, we're over here on a Sunday and Baker's not open, and we take this out and lay it out on some concrete and take a hammer and try to flatten all this out and get this plate here as flat as we can get it, and mount it to this before it goes back in, and let this all go back in as one piece. That's the only way I would feel confident putting it back together. And then as you do that, you can lay this down on here and look at it, you know, and see that you're getting it flat. I mean, this gasket will help you a little bit, but it's not real thick. It's not going to do a bunch. This warpage and all this is absolutely the problem. I mean, that is absolutely the problem.
Doubled up on the gaskets too?
No.
Okay.
This you getting this flat and mounting those well is your only chance here. And gasket it, no matter what you did to build that up, make it thick, it would last 5 minutes or 5 hours or a day or something, who knows. Got to get that flat or get another heat exchanger.
Okay.
Obviously, if it was under warranty, we'd just get another heat exchanger. But, you know, the fact that it's been installed, I don't think Baker's going to see the light with you. But
they won't.
That thing is as warped. You can sit here and look at it. So we wish we'd have seen it when you come out of the box.
Does it sit there like it is?
No. No, it goes up in the middle. You see the marks back there on the back from the old one?
Yeah.
See where those, you see where those,
But there's nothing for it that, like
yeah,
a
there
shelf
is.
for it to sit on.
Yeah, there is. Look right back there.
Okay.
See them right where my shadow of my finger is?
Yeah.
See those notches? That's where it sits. And the front don't really have nothing. But the back, it's got them notches that it sits in. We'll try to sit it. Right, so it's in place back there now, sitting in the notch. And with it propped up like it would go, just look at how warped up that little header plate is, or whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's bent bad. And this one. So they beat it up in shipping. I mean, because there's no reason you would have beat it up, because there's a big old hole to go in and out of here.
I don't have to beat it up.
I would loosen some of these and get, you know, and some more of these and get this to spread open a little bit. And I would mount it to that plate all in one and get the whole thing to slide in there. And you just have to take the blower out and reach in through the blower hole and make sure you get it in the right slot back there.
Yeah, I can look right through there and see where I can see your light through there.
Well, you could even mark it. I mean, you can see 1, 2, it's the third slot down back there that you're in. So with the blower out, but until you get this plate flat, you're wasting your time. Most people, I mean, including me, would say we need another heat exchanger. Yeah. I mean, that's what most any, I mean, that'd be the right effortless way. But if you're going in a pinch, you might could get this beat back flat. And right, so, oops, we saw what that was all about. That heat exchanger had been Ace Ventura Pet Detective delivered and kicked down the doggone hall somewhere, thrown around in warehouses. I mean, anytime you try to buy a part for something that old, all you're gonna do is find the one last reject or whatever, or, you know, I don't know, they still may have the same design, or I really couldn't tell you, but without a doubt, that heat exchanger is beat up, and there's no way really, I don't think that guy really could have done that, because you know, you can see how big the, you know, what he tried to do to put it in without that plate. Now I would open up the cabinet on that furnace and get it, you know, split apart a little bit more to where I could slide it in with the plate and all mounted together. That's what I'd have done, pulled it out in one piece. That's kind of how it was designed, I thought. If we did a train one like that and bought it, it would actually come with that new plate and everything all mounted together. So I don't know if maybe that's what happened, and he, you know, I got no idea. I only saw what you saw. But he was a pretty nice guy. He was a fireman trying to help somebody on the side that apparently, you know, a financial crunch or whatever, trying to get heat in the house for him. And I admired that, or at least that's what I'm told. So I could probably take that heat exchanger out, and, you know, with my auto body background, I could probably beat and bang on some surfaces with straight edges and tables and hammers and get that thing flat and mount it to that thing and make it work. But I just